Earthquake is a sudden movement in Earth's crust which produces vibration. These vibrations may be detectable only by sensitive instruments called seismographs, or else they may kill thousands as they destroy cities. Many earthquakes are caused when rocks move along faults.
Eating a handful of almonds a day significantly increases the production of butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that promotes gut health. Whole almond eaters had an additional 1.5 bowel movements per week compared to the other groups. Eating almonds could also benefit those with constipation.
Edith Cowan University research has found a better education has a strong genetic correlation and a protective causal association with several gut disorders. We've long known education is important for many aspects of life, but now a new benefit has been discovered. It can look after your gut health.
Efficiency is not your friend when it comes to cognitive growth. In order to keep our brains making new connections and keep them active, you need to keep moving on to another challenging activity as soon as you reach the point of mastery in the one you were engaging in.
Environmental, individual and social traits of free-ranging raccoons influence performance in cognitive testing. Shy raccoons are better learners than bold ones, a result that has implications for our relationship with urban wildlife.
Erosion of America's farmland by wind and water has been a problem since settlers first put the prairies and grasslands under the plow in the 19th century. By the 1930s, more than 282 million acres of farmland were damaged by erosion. After 40 years of conservation efforts, soil erosion has accelerated due to new demands placed on the land by heavy crop production.
Every morning, no matter how late he had been up, my father rose at 5:30, went to his study, wrote for a couple of hours, made us all breakfast, read the paper with my mother, and then went back to work for the rest of the morning. Many years passed before I realized that he did this by choice, for a living, and that he was not unemployed or mentally ill.
First language, also known as mother tongue, is generally the language a person learns first. However, one can have two or more native languages, thus being a native bilingual or indeed multilingual. The order in which these languages are learned is not necessarily the order of proficiency.
Following a Mediterranean diet, a diet based on foods traditionally eaten in countries including France, Spain, Greece, and Italy, is associated with a lower risk of a range of pregnancy complications according to international researchers.
For any marketing course that requires the development of marketing plans, such as marketing management, marketing strategy and segmentation support marketing, this is the only planning handbook that guides students through the step-by-step creation of customized marketing plan, while offering commercial software to aid in the process.
For automatic optical inspection (AOI) machines that were introduced to printed circuit board market more than 5 years ago, illumination technique and light devices are outdated. Images captured by old AOI machines are not easy to be recognized by typical optical character recognition (OCR) algorithms, especially for dark silk.
For dementia patients working full-time jobs, a virtual assistant can be handy. Amazon and Google have launched voice-activated virtual assistants. Dementia patients can control the lights, set reminders, call family members, play music, and complete a wide array of tasks using voice control. This is a liberating experience and adds to the independence of the patients. The interface and commands can be further simplified using a controlled setting.
From a macroeconomic perspective, in this era of globalization, economic openness also occupies an important position. In the country's economic system environment, free trade ports actively expand economic openness, enhance international ties, reach more international transactions, and optimize the level of import and export, all of which are an improvement in the value of economic factors. German economist E. A. Kotz carried out a wealth of research on the evolution of port location spatial structure, published in 1934, marking the formation of port location theory. So far, after nearly 200 years of development, many scholars at home and abroad through research and analysis have formed a relatively perfect location theory system and research methods.
Giant pandas live in restricted areas of the high mountain bamboo forests of central China. Their diet consists entirely of bamboo shoots. Rare in the wild, they produce young poorly when they are not in their natural environment. Giant pandas are protected by law in China.
Global warming is changing the water cycle across the planet, according to a first-of-its-kind report released today by the Global Water Monitor Consortium, led by the Australian National University.
Globalization refers to a set of changes rather than a single change. Many of these changes are social, cultural and political rather than purely economic, And one of the main drivers in addition to the global marketplace is the communication revolution.
Having the same dream again and again is a well-known phenomenon, nearly two-thirds of the population report having recurring dreams. Being chased, finding yourself naked in a public place or in the middle of a natural disaster, losing your teeth or forgetting to go to class for an entire semester are typical recurring scenarios in these dreams.
High sodium intake increases blood pressure, risk of heart disease and stroke, chronic kidney disease and stomach cancer. To reduce the incidence of these conditions, the World Health Organization recommends reducing the population-wide average sodium intake by 30% by 2025, which limits total daily sodium intake per person to about 2 grams, or 2,000 milligrams, per day.
Higher exposure to some types of nature is associated with a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, according to U.S. research. The team used data from the U.S. National Health Insurance Program to look at hospitalizations in two groups of 60 million people related to Alzheimer's, dementia and Parkinson's.